Right. Hey, watching the watchers. Well, actually, no, I'm not watching the watchers. I'm watching the Pepsi Cola Super Bowl halftime show with Justin Timberlake. Now I know other people have done breakdowns and so on. I was watching this and I saw a few things that were interesting. No blatant triangle eye symbolism in this one, but we had this little breakdown with Prince, which is interesting. We'll have a look at that in a minute. So I'm just going to look through it here, see any symbolism or anything glaringly obvious that I might have missed while recording it. Right, so everyone's holding up their devil horns. It's classic rock-on devil horns. Looking for anything interesting. Let's have a look at this real quickly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then 3 in the middle. So 9, 10, 11, 12 lights there. Not anything spectacular. So he's got the rock signs on the actual imagery. And don't forget, quite a lot of times they have people in the audience to start the, the waves or movements or cheers, as explained before in one of my other videos, where I told you when I was younger at Butlins, there'll be a show going on, and I would clap at the most inappropriate times, and then the whole entire sea of claps would just copy me, just for the sake of copying me, because someone's clapping. They don't actually think, they just respond and clap along. Often, these shows will have people like that in the crowd to get the rest of the crowd kind of going, like a Mexican wave kind of effect. Let's not forget that Justin Timberlake got his fame, or became in the mainstream, because of Timberland, the producer. And it's kind of like bringing the white people into the kind of black scene, so they can sell the black music, like we'll pop, black music to the white masses, along with Eminem. That's where the money is. Timberland and Timberlake. His latest album's called In the Woods. So basically, Justin Timberlake used to basically, long story short, popularise to bring black music or black urban style music to the white masses to sell more, basically make it the multi-billion pound or dollar industry it is now. Very similar to what happened with Dr. Dre and Eminem. So let's have a quick look at that real quickly. Where are we at? Yeah, so there we go. So what was this? What year was this? I can't remember, but this is when many people, got to, obviously, he was part of NSYNC, but, there he is. Critically acclaimed with when Timberland and Timberlake came together. But so we've got a bit of a wiki here now, So he was in NSYNC, which was kind of like they were dressed kind of black, or not, like a stereotypical kind of look, like like what was popularized by. It's hard to explain, the early 90s kind of look, or late 80s kind of look, which was started by, black people basically. This kind of look is what I'm talking about. Yeah. Kind of like Same sort of look as Eminem, really, back in the day. Your jumpsuits. Yeah, you know, it's just, well, looks a bit like this. That's a really rubbish image of MWA, but that's the kind of look they were kind of going for, basically. Anyway, but why is that important? Or why is that significant? Because Dr. Dre did the same thing with Eminem as what Timberlake did with Timberland. To get that, you know, that black culture music, urban kind of music sold to the white masses because it could make more money and turn it into the multi-billion-pound industry it is today. You know. So yeah. So here's Eminem doing the same thing with Dr. Dre. Yeah, it's big. It was a big money maker thing for both of them. But let's not sidetrack. Maybe I'll go into that in detail in the future. But let's get back to the NFL Super Bowl. Find anything striking, dancing. I haven't really seen anything that major going on. 5, 6, 7. Nope. Pentagrams shaped platform. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Is it 6 sides or 8? I can't really tell. I think it's just 6 sides. There's nothing really glaring like I've seen in other shows. Nothing that really blatant, striking right out. That could be seen as a diamond, I suppose. He's standing on. Yeah, could be seen as a diamond. This is the most glaring part, the most interesting part, where he has Prince being put onto the, or put into the show. So as I said already in previous videos, that Perple, purple is often the colour used for basically transgender or basically bisexual characters in TV and movies, like go away Jared Leto. So this sort of character, bisexual kind of antagonist, kind of Satan kind of character, like the Joker. So that's what purple often represents. It's often used for that. Most famously probably in the Joker, but many other things too. Let's not sidetrack. But purple often represents the protagonist, sort of, you know, character like Satan, the liar, the deceiver, like the Joker in Batman. This is kind of weird. So they get his weird iconic guitar shape drawn into the actual road itself, which is kind of really strange. It almost fits over really well, very well. Just so happens to fit. So he's paying homage to Prince there, Purple Rain. Actually, he was all about purple, wasn't he? I think he was bisexual, but would be no surprise. The purple, as I've just said, represents bisexuality often in movies, like the Joker and the protagonist, sort of Satanist sort of figure. Prince was bisexual, did the whole entire feminization thing. Let's have a quick look on the internet and see, but I'm pretty sure he was. He's very, very up there with doing very similar things to Freddie Mercury and pushing the boundaries between male and female, like many of these male 80s pop stars, basically dressing him as females or feminine sort of look to them, like David Bowie, for example, as well. Let's have a quick check, though. So let's just put into Google, Prince was bisexual, and the first thing to come up is this. It's gender fluidity, what I was just talking about. No more gender, basically. How Prince led the way to our gender fluids present. Yeah, thanks, mate. Great. So it's a satanic agenda, like I said before, the transgender movement. Basically, to remove gender is the biggest insult to humanity itself. The world has known few superstars whose presence could match the gender fluid extravagance of Prince, who died on Thursday, aged 57. That was last year, I think, was it? Or 2015, 2 years ago. It wasn't, it was last year. No, 2 years ago. We're in 2018 now. Right, yeah, 2 years ago. The world has known as few superstars whose presence could match gender fluid extravagance of Prince, who died on Thursday, aged 57. The pop R&B icon inlaid his albums with brazen pansexuality and gender norm. Yep. Years before the leaders of gay and lesbian community began to embrace more announced the less binary notion of queerness. Yeah, annoying. Oh wow, don't want to see that. Oh, I mentioned David Bowie a minute ago. Did I? I think I did. Like his gender-bending predecessor, David Bowie, Prince was flamboyant in both his masculinity and femininity. He wielded his outrageous guitars like extensions of his manhood, while vamping under winged eyeliner and plentiful jewels. He even bragged that his traditionally feminine features So there you have him there with his guitar. It's kind of depicting a satanic tale, or a stereotypical tale of Satan. But it's kind of weird. It's got like two tails there. Maybe representing the jewel serpent, like I've spoken about before, in the Kundalini jewel serpent, as he was trying to be pansexual, having both male and female kind of attributes. Maybe that's why there are two tails shown there to represent the two serpents. Let's continue. The jewel serpents. Dual Kundalini serpents representing male and female. So yeah, let me add this part here with all sort of mirrors. Mirrors, an occultic symbol symbolizing the split personality type thing and fragmented personality, fractured personality, and alter egos. A lot of these celebrities, they go into like an alter ego when they're on stage. They say something takes over them, basically a demon or a darker side, or and basically it's just like an alter ego, basically like what's her name? Yeah, Nicki Minaj with her alter ego Roman, who she says like lives inside of her and stuff like that. Basically, a demon, if you like. But the mirrors and the fractured, kind of smashed mirrors is very, very poignant and symbolic, and used in many, many, many pop star videos, music videos. A lot of these songs, you think that he's talking about love and like a loved one, but actually what he's talking about, like many of these artists talk about, is actually Satan, worshipping Satan, how I found you, how I loved you, and all this sort of stuff. And it goes all the way one end of the spectrum to the other. In music, he got like, what's his name, Stormzy in the UK, doing a song. A lot of his music is all about like violence and gangster kind of, like UK kind of gangster kind of thing. And his big hit is basically a song about God, you know. But I'll go into that in more detail in future. But it's not the God as in, you know, Jesus and the biblical God. It's Satan they're talking about. When I talk about something being inside their demon, their entity. And I've already mentioned Eminem. Eminem Slim Shady is another version of a alter ego entity, you know. But at the end of the video there, as you can see, my data's running out. But that's my little breakdown of the Super Bowl. Those people just going nuts for him. Oh yeah, there we go. You had your multicoloured sort of rainbow effect. It's being used now by the LGBT. So we could say there's transgender agenda being pushed in this. Quite, you know, that's the biggest, most glaring thing in this whole entire performance. That featured Prince. So there you go. That's my thoughts in NFL. Super Bowl halftime show, and interestingly, the logo for what's it? CBS? Is it CBS? I can't remember the name of this, but their logo is a rainbow as well. Wow, amazing. These sheeple. Feeling in my body. Ugh.